Good afternoon. My name is Hae-Sung Kim, advisor of Gangnam Labor Law Firm. Today, we would like to discuss about the subject under the labor law, the concept of the irregular worker or part-time worker. So could you explain about the concept of this terminology, please?
Hello, how are you today? This is Bong Soo-jung, Korean Labor Team. Thank you for asking this question. Irregular employer or worker, how they can be defined? I think there are three types of irregular workers according to the Korean labor law. So the first one is short-term contract workers. Their contract period has it's not permanent. It has fixed for a certain period of time. So we call such people short-term contract workers or temporary workers according to the labor law. If their contract period is more than 2 years, then their contract is regarded as a non-fixed term contract. Yeah. Also, we have a part-time employment, or part-time work. So part-time work means their working hours per week is shorter than working hours of a regular employee. Usually, regular employee work 40 hours per week, but the short-term part-time works, their working hours is shorter than 40 hours per week. Yeah. Also, dispatch work, this means those people who are assigned to the third party. So they provide the labor service to the third party, and then they receive their salary from their sending employer. So we call it using employer, sending employer. So those people who are dispatched, we call dispatched worker. So also this relation can be possible for up to 2 years. Then after 2 years, if their contract is renewed, then it is regarded that they are hired by using employer. So I think Korean labor law provide a very strict regulation to protect those irregular workers, but still many companies are taking advantage of those some part-time or irregular workers for their best benefit. Yeah.
I see. According to the OECD countries report, Korea's jobless rate is almost 10% among the young people.
Employment rate.
Employment rate. And also there's a many number of cases where the young labor cannot get regular work. Instead, they are working under the irregular terms like short-term employee or temporary employee. So I think this is one of the social problem that Korea is facing. So do you think that Korean government is labor law is mainly and mostly focusing on the regular workers?
Okay, I think this is a very complicated issue we have to solve in Korea. So we have a very divided employment, like irregular employee and the regular employees. So their salary gap is very high, very widened. So the reason is the current law protects regular and regular workers, usually regular workers have their labor union and they protect themselves from, also they claim some higher or some more the wage increase every year. But the irregular workers, it's very hard to have a labor union for their legal protection. So even contracted or subcontract company, they have very hard time. Maybe it's almost impossible to establish a labor union in their subcontract, because main contractor may cancel the service contract with the subcontract, then those the irregular workers working for some subcontract company, they will be dismissed because subcontract company will be bankrupt right after they establish labor union. So I think in Korea it's hard to have a labor union right in this subcontract company. So if legally protected for their strike, even though they working for subcontract company, then it can be a way to solve their some like a discrimination issue. Also, we have some problem regarding the minimum wage. So one minimum wage applied to every industry, every job in Korea. So if we introduce some industrial minimum wage, then it is one way to improve the minimum wage in the business, regardless of their regular or irregular types of employment. So these two are main thing we can do in order to improve this the irregular the workers issue. Yeah.
I see. So in case of a Western developed nation like US or European cases, even you are employed, like if you have an irregular working job, I think many people in average they can enjoy their life and have a stable like living environment. But in case of Korea, if they have a irregular job, you know, it's comparatively they have a low salary and unstable wage, and so this is one of the reasons why the young people don't get married, because they cannot afford to buy houses. So,
That's true.
I think we need to solve this problem as a like a labor law firm. We need to also make some appeal to the government or labor law to amend to improve the environment. Do you agree?
Yeah. So main issue we have is our salary system in Korea. They are decided by the seniority based salary system. So entry level of their salary, for example, is 1 million won. But in European countries, even though they served 20 years, their salary is just about 1.5 million won, for example. But in Korea, the entry level is 1 million won. Then if they served 20 years, then their salary become 3 million won, maybe almost 3 times more than the entry level workers. So this means the only regular employee protected heavily by current law. So if minimum wage is almost the same for between regular employee and non-regular employee, then I don't think that there will be a discrimination. So we can become like European countries workers. So people will prefer to work as a irregular worker because they'll enjoy more free time, more the family friendly life, because they earn same age as a regular employee. I think this is the way to solve some problem, like industry minimum wage should be applied to all workers regardless of their service year or in the regular or non-regular. Then I think our employment system can be very much corrected. Yeah.
I see. I hope that this occasion can contribute to improving the irregular workers' working environment.
Yeah. So in order to accomplish this or correct this discrimination, we needed to introduce some special law to protect labor union from subcontract companies. So even temporary workers, they must have some legal right for the right of labor, like labor union right. Then I'm sure they can have a more salary increase in subcontract, even as temporary workers. Then I think we can solve this problem. But this current government, they reject this union right for subcontract workers. I think this is wrong. we have to introduce this new some labor union act, so those subcontract workers can establish labor union, and they should be exempt from the criminal or civil the liability just because of union strike.
I see. Thank you very much for your comment.
Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.